I'm Tyler, and my partner Kevin will be joining us shortly. Yo, Kevin, come on, man. Today, we will be presenting a Pecha Kucha on trash. Welcome to Trashology 101. So sit back, enjoy the presentation, and we hope you learn something new.
The average individual in the United States produces 4.5 pounds of garbage per day. That leads to 31.5 pounds of trash per week and 1,642.5 pounds per year. That's a lot of trash for only one person. You may be wondering where all our trash goes to. Once we throw it in the trash can and put it out to the curb for trucks to pick up, we don't get to see what happens after. Well, trash can end up in 4 places. It can end up in a landfill, incinerator, recycling center, or compost. A landfill is a carefully designed structure built into or on top of the ground in which trash is isolated from the surrounding environment. It is not to be confused with a dump, which is a place where trash is thrown on the ground without following any disposal regulations. The purpose of a landfill is to bury the trash in such a way that it will be isolated from groundwater, will be kept dry, and will not be in contact with air. The trash will not decompose and is not meant to decompose. Landfills are not designed to break down trash, but to merely bury it. In addition to landfills, incineration is the most common method of disposal of waste. Incinerators dispose of waste by burning trash, which creates gas, ash, and heat that may be used to generate energy, which is called waste-to-energy. However, incinerators cannot dispose of everything. Most of the time, incinerators send the leftover ashes to landfills to be buried. This helps make space in landfills for more trash to be buried. Incinerators do not replace the need for landfilling, but it reduces the amount of trash thrown into landfills. Trash can also end up in recycling centers. They can get there either by trucks taking recyclable waste from your home or by dropping recyclable waste at a drop-off center yourself. Recycling allows manufacturers to make and manufacture new products from old products that have already served their purpose. Recycling is very beneficial to the environment. It gives manufacturers more resources to use while reducing the amount of garbage. It also reduces the amount of garbage thrown into landfills and incinerators, which could help reduce pollution. Another way to dispose of waste is through composting. Composting is nature's process of recycling decomposed organic materials into a rich soil known as compost. By composting your organic waste, you are returning nutrients back into the soil. Some organic waste that can be composted includes food waste, which makes up 30% of our waste stream. By composting food scraps, waste is diverted from landfills, where they would normally take up space and cause pollution.
While we like to think most of our trash is disposed of properly, the reality is the majority of trash is found as litter. 9 billion tons of litter end up in the ocean each year. That is more than the reported 250 million tons of trash collected from trash cans yearly. A recent study shows that 75% of people questioned admitted to littering more than once in the past 5 years. Amongst that 75%, the most common item is fast food waste. Instead of disposing of items properly, people choose to ignore the effects of their actions and litter. It has been reported that $11.5 billion are spent every year in order to clean up litter. While this number may be surprising to some, to me it is half expected, considering how much trash we create. This money could be used to face more pressing issues like housing and healthcare. Even though burning trash is not the most common or effective way, many places still use it. As mentioned before, some plants use incinerators, but more than 40% of the world's garbage is burned in open piles, releasing harmful toxins and emissions into our air supply. that aren't accounted for in greenhouse gas inventories. Pollution is defined as a contamination of air, water, or soil by substances that are harmful to living organisms. Pollution most commonly occurs as a result of human activities and is one of the biggest killers worldwide. Our current trash disposal method is one of the largest contributors. Whether it's trash that is illegally dumped into the ocean or burned and released into the air, not only are humans at risk, but animals as well. 10% of fish were found to have foreign debris in their stomach, and birds shown to suffer from reduced fertility. Our unhealthy amount of trash created has led to unforeseen consequences. So, for those of you who are now thinking, how can I help? And even for those who haven't gotten to that point yet, it's easy. Start off with small steps. You can help decrease the amount of trash produced and help lessen pollution by being conscious consumers. Buy reusable products and products that can easily be recycled. By now, you should have learned that trash isn't good for our environment. While we currently have multiple ways to dispose of it, we are still working on ways we can better it, even decrease our environmental impact. Every piece of trash we create has an impact on a national level, so be mindful. We aren't the only ones living on this planet. So, this was a story all about how trash has our world flipped turned upside down. Now I'd like to take 20 more seconds, so just sit right there. We just told you how trash became our biggest fear. Make a promise to do your part and help create less trash. Thank you for listening.